brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cleveland Browns taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Off the play fake. And his first look is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Devin Singletary with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They run it again with Chubb. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The Browns at 11-2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 41, Fields. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Browns. DJ Chark, 41 yards. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Cade York for the extra point. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
York now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Allen to try again after the pick six. It's caught by Davis. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jamar Chase, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On play action, Allen.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. On play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Allen.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Back to throw, Fields.
And Short calls it in.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Chubb running right. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Allen. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A give. This is Chubb. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields to Michel on the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap. Fields. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again is Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. The Bengals trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Alan Lazard, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields.
And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go with Michel. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Sony Michel won't get there. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen now on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 38, Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Allen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Allen, he finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Ooh, the juke. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Michel. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
47 yards.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And now out come the Bills. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burgess. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
No gain on the screen there at second down. And again, it's Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And Davis has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Key 26, key 26.
Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Allen again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Allen going to throw.
steps away to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Singletary is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Singletary again, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
To throw, it's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
29 is the Mike 29. It's a party now. It's a party now.
One final try here for Allen.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 5 now. Fields keeps himself upright. Dancing to it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Fields. Pass incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Yeah, here come the Bills. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. A big play here for Buffalo. 64 yards. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can